We're back and we are ready to go in the FA Cup to start things off this time. First round today with Forest Green away. Our, so far, bogey side in this competition, or in this save. So I'd love to get one over on them, albeit in this competition rather than the league. Following that with Colchester, who are also challenging near the top. Exeter are in the playoff spots as well. Southend and Tranmere, however, are mid-table-ish. So it'll be those two that we probably sim. We'll play Forest Green, the home game against Colchester, and a home game against Exeter. There were some calls for some more home games to be played in the last episode, so quite happy to oblige. And we'll crack on. Admittedly, we're starting away from home to start, but moving forward, we'll play some more home games as well, try and get a better blend. Because we've not really seen a trend, have we, with simming home and simming away? There isn't really like one that's definitely benefiting us over the other. So we'll try and mix it up. So thank you very much for your continued support on the channel. Your smashing the thumbs up every single time is continually helping the series and the channel as a whole go from strength to strength. So thank you for that. If we could hit, again, continually over 1,000 likes, then that would really help. And it's been every single episode so far, so you guys have been fantastic with that. I asked you in the last episode where you think we'll finish the league, and there was, well, a large array of different options or predictions. Not many saying that we might win the title. However, there were quite a few saying second or third, and some saying playoff spots. A number of you reckon that we're going to be there or thereabouts with promotion this season. We start today, after ending the last episode strong, with a second place spot in the league, albeit level on points with Colchester and Forest Green and only a point above Northampton. But we're starting to edge away from the sides outside of the playoff spots. See, Mansfield there on 26. That's a 5-point buffer for us now. If we could do well against Colchester and Exeter today, we could really start to hone in on just the top 3 spots as our priority. So fingers crossed that's what happens today. It doesn't always go according to plan though, does it? Almost always against Forest Green as well. So we'll crack on. Chisholm will get the start, as he will continue to do until his goals dry up. I saw the apology from Damian Tudor in the comment section of the last episode. Apology accepted, Damian. But for now, Chisholm will continue on. So against the 5 at the back that's actually annoyingly worked really well against me previously, we shall take on Forest Green and hopefully this time come out victorious. Campbell through that gap nicely to Mulholland. We could start the day very well indeed if we can keep this move going, which we may well do if Pope can find delivery, which he has done. And, well, was it Bull? It was. Bull underneath it. The first chance goes our way, but goes over the bar, unfortunately. That had been a great start away from home down in Nailsworth. Forest Green is in, like, the arse end of nowhere, if you've ever been, and their ground is right at the top of a really steep hill, which years ago, my car very nearly failed to get up with 5 of us in it for an away day and the big drum in the boot as well. We very nearly didn't make it to Forest Green or have to park at the bottom of the hill and walk up. But thankfully, the old Fiesta from like the 90s was able to chug away and get us up to the top of the hill. So I've been to Forest Green a handful of times. I'm fully aware of how good they can be. And they're proving it again here. Forest Green 1, Barrow 0. This is far too familiar. Can I get to that? I can't quite. He's lofted it out here to Wagstaff, who has continually, in every game we've played against Forest Green, been a pain in my backside trying to deal with out wide. More Taylor into Adams and Whitehouse quickly to Stevens, and they're starting to pick up the pace here, Forest Green, and it could really work for them if Montero da Costa hadn't scrambled across to save that, headed towards his top right-hand corner. Adams delivers deep towards the back of the box, cleared away well, and Salem doesn't have the control, unfortunately, and we will still be in danger. That's fallen free to Cargill. Good block, and the keeper will smother it. Forest Green continually look like they're more likely to score the goals, but thankfully, for the time being at least, they haven't added a second to that early first. March turning well into bunker, and they could be looking for a second here. The option is available down the line. I'm not sure if Wagstaff will keep that in, though. He will, you know, and he's delivered an excellent ball that will find the back of the net. March somehow beating the defender to that, and with the deftest of flicks, finds the far corner. Millimetre perfect header, but the defender has to do better. He's gone... Oh, He's tried to get there with his head, and he's just missed it. He's just missed it. He's not quite judged it well enough. It's dipped in front of him, and a brilliant header has given Forest Green a 2-goal advantage here in the FA Cup. Thankfully, it is the Cup and not the League, but another impending defeat to Forest Green Rovers. I cannot wait until we're out of this division and not playing them anymore. Although Sod's Law wants to betting we both get promoted this season and we still have to play them next year as well. That's a decent throw though, and teammates can't decide which one wants to take it, but March will find Stevens here. Nice tackle by Pumphrey, but I can't get to the loose ball. Adams has options out wide. That's where he's gone, and it's 3-0. Cadden smacks it into the back of the net, much in the same vein that Lucas Ball would do in a similar situation. It's a very good finish. You could see him free there, and the poor defender just didn't know which one to close down. Thumped home. Forest Green are putting us in our place here, unfortunately. But if they can score 3.5, so can we. We've had comebacks of sorts in saves before, similar to this. Time to pull something out of the history books. Alho is there. I had a look in on Forvo on how to pronounce his name, as there was someone, I apologise, I don't think I've actually gotten back to you yet. Someone did DM me on Twitter, a Finn, trying to let me know how to pronounce Rupa Alho's name properly, and that's how you pronounce it in Finnish. I'll have to get back to you on Twitter by the time you see this. I will have done to let you know that I've Forvoed it. Had a look at the pronunciation website, and I'm now hopefully going to remember to pronounce it correctly each time. Pope, unfortunately, not yet got the pace to get away from anyone down the wing. 71 acceleration, 71 sprint speed for him on this right-hand side. We are training both of those, but they're taking a little while to come to fruition. But he'll get there. His technical stats are growing well. He's 68 rated now, so certainly at League One level, you'd have said. Just needs that little bit extra acceleration and sprint speed to really make the difference. Mulholland will look for Chisholm here, who's got support arriving, but he might not need it. But he's not found the target. Inside to Alho. Poke it back, looking for Lucas Ball, and this could be the counter-attack that sparks our revival in this game. We'll look for Alho again, who will try and feed it through. Looking for Chisholm, but can't find the space for it. Gonna have to make changes. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be Chisholm that comes off here for Damian to try and change things around. Mulholland's not really offered me much. I feel like this season, really, a funny feeling that McMullen has actually been better than Mulholland, even though Mulholland evidently, clearly, is much better technically and through overall ratings higher too. But maybe he's the sort of player that you don't notice, but you miss when he's not there, Mulholland. But certainly he does go unnoticed more often than anything else in this save. Wagstaff taking me one way then the other. Prince trying to stay with him, and we'll get the ball back. We'll fall for ball. We'll work it inside to Rupert and forward to Chisholm. And we'll come out wide right this time, maybe. No, back into Chisholm is the obvious ball there. Right, Salim's made a good run. Keep that going. Come on, Samar. I need you to dig me out here, pal, please. Arriving is Mulholland, and into Samar again. And it will fall free to Chisholm. Here's Lucas Ball. No, it's Alho again. Chisholm there on the edge. Bit of space. If he can just spin and get the shot away. Again, missing the target. And that'll be his final action of the game. Damian Tudor coming on. But, I mean, there's 13 minutes left for me to score 3 goals. If I haven't scored 1 in 77, I'm not exactly going to score 3 in 13, am I? I think this one's done and dusted, lads. Won it back, but actually inadvertently opened up the space to get Forest Green in behind again. Here's Cadden trying to force a mistake out of him, but nobody in Forest Green colours ever makes a mistake. That's one thing I've noticed so far in this save, and in this season particularly. Forest Green are just faultless. Simply faultless. In every game that we've played against them, I don't think they've once made a mistake. That is probably the biggest mistake we've ever seen someone make. It may cost them a goal as well, actually, with Samer. Deadly. So we've got 1 back. Hey, now we've got 2 back. Now we just need 1 more. That should say 3-2 top corner. The ball definitely crossed the line twice there. We're right back in it, lads. Adams forward to Hallett. The final whistle is, well, I was going to say about to go as it went. Out of the FA Cup we tumble. Anyone else anyone else in the first round, even a League One side, I'd have said we would have stood a chance. But Forest Green, much as I am continually desperate to try and get one over on them, they've got about 3 over on me now. So I think next time I'm going to continue to try and beat Forest Green, but it's getting more and more difficult. And don't worry, Damian, you will get the opportunity again, young man. But for now, it's back to league form and, well, a big game. 2nd versus 3rd. Barrow versus Colchester. Giant fixture coming next. We are supposedly, as they're talking about right now, the league's top goal scorers. We mentioned, didn't we, that we're scoring plenty. We're just conceding too many, and that's why our league form has taken a bit of a hit of late. Although, most recently, we've been keeping clean sheets more regularly in the league. Pope! Oh! Couldn't quite find the angle to rifle that into the top left corner, and we could have, as we're talking about a good goal scoring. Scored a goal. Unfortunately, not to be, but Colchester, we've had them on the back foot 2 or 3 times in this opening 15 minutes or so. That might be the first time you've seen it, but certainly we have them worried at the back, and they're making mistakes and getting flustered, and it shouldn't be long until we get a goal. Again, another sign of those mistakes and them getting a little bit flustered back there, but we've got to make the pressure pay if we're to ensure that we stay above them in the league, because obviously we're level on points with them right now, and we want to stay far enough above them, hopefully by points, not just goal difference come the end of the season. Hopefully points, not just goal difference, come the end of the day. Brilliant. So I've tackled the man, it's fallen to the other striker, and into the back of the net. Brilliant. Nice ball inside to Pell from out wide. Colchester looking dangerous again here. Very, very lucky to get the goal in the manner that they did. I'm trying hard to try and win this back with Jenkins, but Pell seems to have an answer for everything I throw at him. Samedu, also seemingly untackleable. Get to that first. Well in, Clark. We're missing Pumphrey for this game due to international duty with Wales, frustratingly. So Clark has been filtered in to come alongside Jenkins, but wasn't really anybody's fault for that first goal, was it? And hopefully we get the opportunity to keep them out from here and then try and score some of our own going the other way. We'll try and do that on the counter now. Campbell looking for Pope. Finds him well. And Salem. We'll try and travel a bit with Chisholm and send ball through that gap. He got an excellent assist, Chisholm, off the bench not too long ago to Salem, which kind of sparked his revival in the starting 11. Not able to find the ball through on this occasion. And it looks like we're going to trail at half-time again, but at least on this particular match day, that gap is only a single goal and not 3. And Salem will lift this nicely out to Pope. He's turned sharply. And Salem and Chisholm, who's turned brilliantly. Chisholm, goal, 1-1, Barrow. And it's young Chisholm at it again. Lovely sharp turners. One thing I do like with Salem and Chisholm, they're both very quick with their feet. Someone mentioned it in the comment section of the last episode that they saw it happening quite a lot with Salem. Those balls in and then the quick 180 spin. That's more of a 180 spin. But brilliant finish by Chisholm. And of course, because of the nature of how you grow players from the youth academy and just players in general on FIFA 21, almost everybody has 5-star skills, 5-star week at this particular moment in time. So it doesn't matter with which striker, which way I'm turning, I can be confident, provided I get the right connection on the ball, that we're going to have a decent attempt on target. Once their ratings get a lot higher, they'll be pretty much unstoppable up top. The ball falls to them, they're going to score. We've already got one of the best front lines at this level. And as we continue to rise up through the divisions, that's only going to become more and more prolific. We may well see the return of the dream team sooner rather than later, but Chisholm is still holding Tudor out of the starting lineup at present, and he may well have another opportunity to get us another goal later in the game. We've half an hour to try and find a winner here against Colchester. A draw is enough to keep us above them, but Forest Green, of all teams, are the ones that are going to be sniffing at our heels as well. McMullen will go out to Salem first. Come back to McMullen here. He got the start ahead of Mulholland. He'll look for Salem, and Salem's in behind, and Salem will surely score and does. Told ya, they are prolific up top. Give them the chance and it will end up in the back of the net. We've turned it around. Not only is there a 180 spin with the strikers with the ball to feet, there's a 180 spin with a scoreline as well. Trying to drive something forward for Colchester now. They need to liven up. They slacked and allowed us back in the game. And not only did they slack to let us back in the game once, but they didn't firm up after that first goal went in and we were able to get a quick second as well. Now, oh, what a through ball. What a through ball. That is pure class. Talk about splitting a defence in two. Out of nowhere, that ball from Colchester completely breaks open our entire backline. Fair play, well done, excellent goal. That was very well done indeed. ChesnoidGaming has his second of the game for Colchester. And we're back level at 2-2. That wasn't anybody switching off. That was just them being damn good. It's Chilvers. I mean, the whole defensive line has just opened up for him here. He's got Courtney Senior on this side. Looking into the middle. Jenkins clears, but only as far as Pell. And that will find Senior, and he is onside. This game's not over yet. Colchester want their win back. We turned it 180 degrees to go from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. Are they going to spin it the full 360 and go back in front again? Perhaps. Well up, Clark. Excellent leap. And Salim gets to that first two. Chisholm just needs to turn away from the defender. And now we allow Salim the space to run onto it. And we might well come back where we started. 3-2. We're back in front again. Oh, what a play. Lovely through ball by Chisholm, and it needed that extra weight on it because Salim, in a closer fight, wouldn't have won that physical encounter, but having the extra space to get into, turn those legs, use that extra sprint speed, he's gotten away, shaken off the defender, and we have ourselves our lead back again with his 12th goal of the League 2 season. Now we get some changes that I was making to try and get the lead back. Now, those changes will hopefully keep hold of the lead. We've brought on Mulholland in midfield, in central area, and McVeigh on the right as well. Smith lifted over the top. Gambin to Chilvers. Nice tackle by Mulholland, and that should see the game out, and indeed it does. Well, like a classic tennis match, it was pinging from one end of the field to the other. A goal for them, a goal for us, a goal for them, a goal for us, a goal for us again. Like a classic Djokovic-Nadal tie. Oh, that was a very hard-fought victory. All 5 shots on target in the game scored. 100% accuracy, not accuracy, 100% conversion rate from all shots on target. There was one extra shot that we had that wasn't on target. Right, Exeter was the next one we were going to play, so we shall play Tranmere with the first team, and then Rotato will get an outing against Southend. For the rotated match, I am going to put Tudor back up top. Always makes sense to have your highest rated players available for a simulated game, although we are going to use Rotato in the second. It's a shame almost that we weren't playing Wimbledon in that last game where we made the tennis analogy, isn't it? We dominated that fixture, all of the ball, all of the chances, couldn't get it in the back of the net, even with Damian back in the starting lineup. Rotato will get the opportunity then in the next game against Southend. We do still hold on to second spot, as you can see there in the league. 3 points behind Rochdale, 2 points above Forest Green and Wigan, and 3 points above Colchester. Right, Southend away with Rotato. This time maybe. Oh, a victory I was hoping for. They equalised very late on through a quiet. It was very nearly a victory. It was McNeil on the score sheet this time around. Very nearly a victory, but 2 draws, unfortunately, in those 2 sims, meaning that Forest Green have closed right back up to us. Colchester have closed to within a point. Wigan still within 2. Northampton now 4 points behind, but still the gap to those playoff spots, or just outside the playoff spots, grows. 6 points now the gap to 8th. I think it was 5 before, wasn't it? And we have 7th place to Exeter next in another massive game, because if we lose this, that brings them right into the hunt for these automatic spots as well. Right, I think Chisholm, with his goals lately, is continuing to earn that starting spot, so he'll be back in. But we'll see what we can do here against Exeter City at home on this occasion. 2nd versus 7th this time around. Prince out to Lucas Bull, into Chisholm. Bull could go again. He elected not to. Across to Mulholland, back in the starting lineup now. Didn't really miss him in the last game, although obviously there was some extra midfield play for Colchester in that game, and we found ourselves conceding a couple of goals, but not like that's different to what normally happens in a Barrow Boys game, is it? Let's see what we can do in this one against Exeter. I expect a tough test again, just as we got with Colchester, just as we got with Forest Green. Playing three of the best sides in the division in today's episode. That's a lovely ball through to Dean Bowman, and he gives Exeter a 1-0 lead early doors. We said that we expected tough tests, and we are certainly getting them in all three of today's games. Or played games, at least. We succeeded in one, we failed in another. Let's hope that this is more than just meeting in the middle. I want to win this one against Exeter. I don't want to drop more points. 3 straight draws is not good enough for automatic promotion hopefuls. Or even perhaps, dare I say it, title hopefuls. Pope with the delivery. Lovely ball! Up goes Chisholm. Needs to work on his heading. Oh, given away by Collins. And by trying to chase it down and close the error that he made, he's actually opened up more opportunity for us to get round the back. Pope will deliver again. This time, can't get there at all with the striker. Needed a better ball. Didn't quite deliver it this time, Pope. Very nearly able to replicate the chance previous. Wide on the first occasion and not even getting the chance on the second. But clearly we're able to create something against Exeter. We just need to start putting the ball in the back of the net and then we should be okay. We were able to turn it around against Colchester. I certainly hope we can do the same again here. Bukta. Back to Page. Into Collins. Holding me off. Good block by Campbell. Well, it was 1-0 down to 2-1 up against Colchester, and I'd certainly like to repeat that here if we can. Look at Mulholland on the way. And it will just reach him. Pope for a third time. Can he find a teammate? Bull is the man at the back post. First time volley! You knew that was happening. Lucas Bull. Barrow 1. Exeter 1. Let's do what we did to Colchester again. I'll hope. Forward to ball. Exeter starting to press. They've changed their tactics slightly and they're getting very aggressive. Oof. And with one clinical through ball that I haven't yet found, we could unlock their defence for a second time. If we can do what Colchester did with their second goal in the last game, that would be absolutely brilliant. Or do what we did with our third against Colchester. That would be even better. Even better. Mulholland will find Salim, who looks for Chisholm, who gets away from the defender. But Maxted makes a good save. Perhaps I should have looked for the runner on the left of me. I'm not sure. Bull will deliver the corner. He's got a goal, looking for an assist. Allo gets up to it, but it's smacked away. Mulholland will chase Bukta to get to this, but it's the Exeter man that gets to it first. And now it's them that are coming on the counter that could be the problem. Bukta racing away from our own corner. We might concede here if he can find a cross. Delayed. Too long with it. The defender got back, but still the danger passes as they get the ball out of play for a throw to me. Well, that was dangerous at the end and slightly worrisome, but we will hold our 1-1 scoreline until the break. And from there, hopefully, breathe a sigh of relief from the, hang on. Breathe a sigh of relief. From there, hopefully, get the win. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Corner for Exeter, 10 minutes into the second half. Williams on the far side with an odd idea. I'll bowl this quickly, looking for Lucas Bull. And try to catch them on a quick counter from their own corner. Tuck that back. Hadn't had that little nudge. Then maybe it would have been a little bit more straightforward. Ball into Alho though. I'm going to go back to Lucas Bull just before he drifts offside. 2 in the middle to aim for. 3 perhaps if we get Pope at the back post, who does get to that first but can't keep the header down. Very nearly the goal to go in front that we were looking for. Just judged it better than the defender. That's what happened against us for Forest Green. But the ball ended up in the back of the net on that occasion. It hasn't here. Half an hour to go. A point isn't the worst against Exeter, just as it wouldn't have been the worst against Colchester, but rather obviously and understandably, 3 points the preference. 3 points is what will keep us in the shout and in the hunt for a title, let alone just, go on Mulholland. Yeah, nearly. Keep us in the hunt for the title, let alone automatic promotion. A league title would be absolutely superb for these young boys. Chisholm. Oh, great first touch by Salim. And Stubbs. with the vital interception. I should have pulled the trigger quicker. I should have pulled the trigger quicker. I'm just going to take Allo off from McMullen. Do I? In fact, let's try this. Let's try them this way around. Chisholm and Tudor. The strike partnership we've not used yet. Maybe they will be a step above either partnership that has Salem in it. I doubt it though, but I'm willing to take a risk here to try and get this win. Try and get this win. We said victory then. Try and get this victory. That's Hangana. That's bounced off Mulholland, but it's still fallen free to an Exeter man. Collins, they've got a double stack on this far side. Hartridge is off the bench for them, trying to have the impact at the other end. So we've tried to make changes of our own to give ourselves the victory. Exeter haven't given up on it themselves either. Chisholm can't decide which way he wants to run. He'll get the ball now. And look at that. Oh, Campbell was pushing forward from right back. Fortitude are quickly looking for McMullen. Go on. Go on. Please, no. It's twice we've been trying to get in behind, and a vital late interception by an Exeter man has denied us the goal that we're looking for. Get to that first. That Tangana's beaten me to it. Collins into Kite. And over the top, it's going to get past Campbell. And Buchter is in here, although he's running out of stamina. He's going to need support, but it arrives with Hartridge. And inside to Collins. This one is not over yet, despite there being just a few minutes to go. Oh, Jenkins gets in the way, but again it falls free to an Exeter man. Oh, and he squeezed it underneath the goalkeeper. And Exeter are going to be the ones to win it late on. Another fortunate bounce for them. Oh, that's tough to take. That's tough to take. First goal because it rebounded to them. Second goal because it rebounded to them. Atangana makes it 2-2. I don't quite think we're going to get a Chisholm against Morecambe style last gasp goal here. Certainly not if Pope can't pass it more than 10 yards without giving it straight to the opposition. If anything, it might be Exeter to score another goal. They're going to go backwards and try and waste some time, are they? No, they're still coming forwards and looking to... Well, I guess defence is... Well, attack is the best form of defence. And Bowman might even add a third. No, Da Costa makes a save. But time has gone now. That is particularly frustrating. All of the good work we've done against Colchester, turning that result around. And we've thrown it away here against Exeter City in the last few moments. But that's football. Chances come and chances go. Points come and go as well, and we've certainly lost some there. Colchester win against Scunthorpe, so that will move them above us. Not sure what our league position will look like now. We're fourth. We are outside. Oh, is that game against Scunthorpe been moved? Or did I just, quite frankly, not see it at the end of the month? Oh, it's definitely been moved, hasn't it? Oh, that wasn't there earlier, was it? Sure it wasn't there earlier. Regardless, one monthly scouting report. We're going to get anything. This will be the French one, right? No, Dutch. Kuiper, no. Postma, no. Hoffman, no. Vink, if he was 15, potentially. He's only 5'7". I'll give that a month. I'll give that a month. We'll give Tom Vink a month to try and prove himself. But I'm not sure he's going to be the answer. Scunthorpe are bottom of the table. Bottom of the table. So they'll beat me 3-0 then, won't they? We win! Salem and Mulholland. Oh, thank goodness for that. A win in a sim. That'll do nicely. Now, does that improve our league position, or has everyone else won as well? Everyone else won as well. Of course they did. So we end the episode in 4th. Still got a couple of squad reports, scout reports even to come. Used scout reports, but after 22 games, one short of the halfway mark in Season 2 already. This save is going remarkably quickly. How are these two going? Costa up to 65 rated now, and he's getting better and better. When he moves to centre mid, he may even find himself in a starting lineup right off the bat, to be honest. Right, let's get these other youth scout reports in, shall we? Scotland. Oh no, this is my full-time scout, or full major scout. He couldn't find anything in Scotland. Fair enough. I've already got a scout scouting Ireland. I've already got a scout scouting England. So let's send you to Denmark instead, shall we? Right. Oh, you've got to give me more in France, mate. You really do. Like, one player per report is not really going to help us unearth any talent, is it? Or Hugo Pickering. You know who I am? Ronnie fucking Pickering. Well, this is Hugo Pickering. A cam. 60 rated, 17 years of age. Bit underwhelming. A bit underwhelming. We'll leave him there for now. But not really making any waves. Hugo Pickering. Mason is probably, almost certainly, the better option. Long term. Yeah, sorry, Hugo. I don't think you're going to be a goer for us. There was some cool, actually, in the comment section to show you how those loanees are getting on this year. See that Angus is up 1. We had a couple of loanees that had the potential to grow quite well. James Dennis is up 1. Charles Kelly's up 4, but still, obviously, those other youngsters that have just recently come into the youth system look better. Metcalf is up 6 out on loan at Finn Harps. So he's getting better. He's getting better. His attributes, he's got the pace now. He just doesn't yet have the technical stats. So maybe he could have a part to play if we can get those technical stats improving. Up 4 for Riley Banks as well. He too has some pace, but even worse technically. Although he's 16, not 19. So maybe he is the answer. I don't know. I don't know. That's the loanees though. You can see that Tudor's up 3. McNeil up 1. Goodwin up 2. Chisholm is up 2. Salem up 4 so far this year. So continuing to grow very, very well. And I'll give you a quick update on our goal scoring report. Salem has 13 in 21 and 9 assists as well. 21 goal contributions in 21 games. Not quite as prolific as he was earlier in the season. 16 in 11 at that moment in time. But still, certainly one of our best players. Now, Chisholm, 3 goals and 2 assists in 14 games. A number of those have been sub-appearances as well, but you've seen how he's been important today. Tudor, still with a good record though. 10 goals in 19 games and 3 assists too. I may bring Tudor back into the fold tomorrow for first team games. I haven't yet decided. We'll see how Chisholm gets on against Northampton. Bolton will probably sim. We'll play Northampton, Colchester again as they are up here with us. And then one of the other 3, Walsall probably, then being in 10th. So that will be how we'll play the month of December. Northampton, Colchester and Walsall, Bolton and Oldham, I believe, are lower in the table. Bolton are probably top half, though. They should be top half. They're not. Bolton, 18th. And Oldham 23rd. So they're the obvious ones to sim. Right, that's tomorrow's episode. All set up and ready to go. And that's today's all done and dusted. Thank you very much for watching as ever. Drop the video a like if you haven't to this point. Subscribe to the channel subscribe to the channel if you haven't by now to ensure that you don't miss out on any further content here with the Barrow save. But for now, that's all for today. We're still only 4 points off top. A lot to play for in the second half of the season. I'll see you next time.